Why do the walk now after we done lost people in the Park Heights? 5-year-old was shot in the hand. So this is about photo op, right? This is what this is about, photo op, right? This is what this is about, photo op. And you're gonna ask the president to walk the street with you. But look what you got walking with you. Y'all won't walk the street like this by yourself. But look what you got walking with y'all. All of this. All of this. How much money y'all spending for this? Photo ops.
Step to the side for me. So
don't touch me. Look at that. Photo ops. 2 little girls walking Park Heights. 2 little girls walking Park Heights now. This is photo op. Photo ops. Look at her. Look at her. 5-year-old girl got shot in the hand. But y'all didn't come up here then. But now this is photo op because Trump said something. So now y'all want to come up here. Because Trump done said something. Trump done made your move now. Trump done made a move now.
Hey, man.
Now they want to come up here.
Let Trump know you can handle it. You can handle it.
Yeah, he can't handle it. He can't handle it. Can't handle it. They cheating on the murder numbers in the city of Baltimore as well. They cheating on the crimes, everything in the city of Baltimore. This ain't nothing but a photo op. They don't care nothing about nobody in no Park Heights. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't can't talk to me. I'm talking. I'm busy. I'm on my job. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that's what it is. Photo op. The little girls walking the Park Heights. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. But they won't come down here when people. They won't come down here when people getting shot.
I see people politicizing things, maybe giving some attention for a minute to make a political point, but then after that, subsides. Again, our young girls, women are out here and they're just prey, and these criminals know it. Like, I mean, we can't even fathom the mindset you got to have as a person, as a man, to think, I can kill this young girl and then just go toss her body. Yeah. Like, I don't even want to jaywalk because I don't want interaction with the police, right? So the level of fearlessness of people out here to think that they can just commit these crimes and then go to work the next day, that's a serious, sick problem that we have to address.
Well, you just said it. I mean, we are living in a time of lawlessness. And I believe personally that this is brought on not only by just criminality, but it's also brought on by the people who are enacting these laws. They're not enforcing them. So when you don't enforce the laws in a certain way, then people are going to act in a lawless manner. They don't care about breaking the law. They have no fear of repercussions from the law or, as you mentioned, from the community.
What's going on in this country now, there are people who are acting like they care about people just for political position, right? But when we look at what's happening to clean the system up, it's necessary. Again, you kind of got to be from the streets to understand what's going on in the streets. And I used to tell brothers all the time, young brothers from the streets, I said, when these brothers come up here from South American countries, the way they play with their gang, like their gang culture, I tell the young brothers from here in Baltimore, you don't want no parts of it. I know all those young brothers, you think you tough, you think you hard. These guys, their gang culture is 10 times more vicious. We don't, we you know what I mean? It's our gang culture here is different from theirs. Now, when you have this influx, as we started seeing in South Baltimore, Southeast Baltimore, it's a powder keg for more chaos, right? And again, this isn't about blacks versus Hispanics. This is about how understanding how cultural ties come into play in a very dark world. And we're talking about the streets, right? And when in the absence of law, we're going to continue to see more and more brazen acts of violence. We're going to continue to see it as long as we don't deal with law and establishing law, whether that's hood law, like we mentioned back in the day. Hood law would have taken care of dude. Like people say, we wouldn't have found them, right? But even we're restricted. We're restricted. Like, look, if I could get a couple brothers right now to go and, you know what I'm saying, and do this or do that, now I got to worry about getting arrested, and now I'm away from my children. I'm on this. So we it's like you say, taking away the agency of people to even correct and police their own communities. We can't have that. I can't go out and look for, let's say somebody else was involved in that. I can't get a group of brothers and go look for them and handle it. Why? Because then now we're going to be on the news and we're going to be charged, and we're not going to be looked at as heroes. We're not going to be looked at as men who stood up to protect their daughters, right? It's going to get politicized. Now we're criminals. Now we're shipped away. Now there's nobody to protect my daughters, right? So it's like, what do you do? Well, then the law has to happen. The people who are law enforcement agents have to do it. If the community can't do it, then somebody's got to do it. So whether it's ICE or whoever, somebody has to step up and clean up the streets of America. If not, we continue to lose our children to violence.
Absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct, Munir. And I mean, so on point about the idea of these cultures clashing. You know, I have relatives from Trinidad and Tobago, and you know, people don't realize this, but Trinidad is the southernmost Caribbean island, and Venezuela is right there. Folks, you haven't seen violence like until you've seen how some of these folks from Venezuela come over there. They and it's not even a gun. They are ruthless. Okay, yes. Ruthless. They can do things with a machete and a knife that would make the strongest man cry. All right. I mean, it's nothing like what we have here. And so This is why it's so dangerous and diabolical when you have a political party like the Democrats pushing for these open borders. They fail to protect our current border and allowing all these people to come in here who do not respect our culture, our country, our laws, our women, our families, nothing. They want what they want. They're going to take what they want to take. And they feel like if you guys are opening up the borders for us and you saying, oh, we can come in and do whatever we want to do, then they're going to do what they want to do. And this is what we're seeing occur. And it's mighty funny here in DMV area. We're seeing, large swaths of females go missing. And we have large swaths of illegal sanctuary cities, sanctuary areas all over the DMV.
Yep.
And
KJ, I want to add to
talked about. I'm just sorry. One more. And this is just the criminality and the sheer I don't know what's the word just barbarity of them. We're not even talking about the spiritual aspect of this because these folks deal with demonic stuff. Okay, they deal with a lot of demonic stuff. I've seen that too, and people, we have open border and you don't know what you're letting in here. You do not understand. And what I can't understand, this should be a catalyst for the Black community to rally behind America first. Because guess what? The Democrats try to say, oh, America first is white first. No, America first is America first. So it's about it's about Baltimore first. It's about Maryland first. And that does not include illegals.
You know, you talking about this area, Maryland in particular, this DC, DMV area, where we have a number of sanctuary areas, and that's on a local level. I do want to, when I was hearing about this illegal, this guy, this piece of shit, the suspect, allegedly, I dug up this report. This is in the congressional record. And when I say we need to put the blame at other levels as well, this is what I mean. This was a committee, a House Oversight Committee back in 2016, okay? And they were discussing the people that were released from ICE and DHS. And this was over a 3-year period. And I'll just give you some quick stats. In the 3-year period, this is on the congressional record, ICE released more than 86,000 criminal aliens into the American public. Going down to another paragraph. In 2015, 196 people were convicted of homicide, and ICE released them back into the public rather than deporting them. Going down a little bit further, in 2013, ICE released over 36,000 criminal aliens, and then going down even a little bit further, over 30,000 were released in 2014 with a combined convictions of almost 80,000 instead of deporting them. So this is systemic. This is what we call systemic. When we have the people that we are electing. And again, we can elect on various issues, but what we miss a lot of times, I guess I would say the most important ones, or maybe they go to Congress or they get in their positions and then all of a sudden it's whatever other groups that are lobbying for their attention. But these are the facts. This is a congressional record. Our agencies that we pay for in taxes that we pay for compulsorily, right? Our money is taken out of our income and spent and used everywhere. This is what we mean by America first. These are the parts that also need to be cleaned up. Then, you know, maybe, just maybe to some degree, the Rachel Morans and the Jocelyn Ingarays and the Dakara Thompsons of the world will have some peace or some justice when we clean up our systems. This is what we call systemic.
We got a bunch of punks in office. As a man, as a father, as someone who feels like, you know, you got to use what you have to protect. I'm just not getting that from today's politicians. Like, I don't feel motivated. Like, yeah, man, this dude is standing up. He's strong. Like, I'm like, what is happening with the black men? What is happening? Why, where are the men at? Where are the fathers? Where are the uncles? Where are the brothers? Where are the cousins? Where the go hard men? You know, we went hard for the streets. You know, we went hard for the money. We went hard for this. Like, where are the dudes that are willing to go hard to step up and protect the community? I don't know, but they're certainly not these politicians, these folks in charge.
Many times these elected officials, they will act on whether or not they're going to be elected. You know, if we're talking on the local level, these politicians it's particularly the Democrat Party, because of course black people, you know, in these communities, urban communities, vote 99% Democrat. They have no reason to vote, to do anything the black community asks them to do, because we vote for them 99% of the time, and we continue to get the same results over and over again, and they continue to give their ass for us to kiss, and we continue to vote for them. So there's no incentive for them to do more. There's no incentive for them to care. I mean, the whole policy behind Westmore and the rest of the Democrats in Maryland is to protect these illegals.
Absolutely.
They don't want to, they went all the way to where was it for the Maryland man?
El Salvador.
Oh, yeah.
Costa Rica or whatever.
Yeah.
They went all the way there because they felt like this man's rights were being trampled on, which wasn't the case. But anyway, for an illegal. And how many of the victims did they go see at Brooklyn Homes where 30 people were shot? And what was it? How many people died? I think it was two or three
people died. Two people died.
I mean, we get people murdered in Baltimore City daily. Children. How many of those people are getting visits? you know, by Van Hollen and Wes Moore and Jamie Raskin and even mayor of Baltimore City.
Yeah.
How many of those people get mentions like this guy, the Maryland man, this illegal guy?
Yeah.
Rare.